Hello guys, this is Leo from Quotes on Posters, and now I'm gonna talk about this quote here, which you are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. So, what does this quote means, in my opinion? I think it means that you already are in a place that destiny have put you in. So it means that whatever happened in your life have put you in the situation, in the place that you are now, and that's just how life is, right? And so whatever happened in life now happened for you to be where you are, and that's just how life is. Life just happens immediately and puts you in places sometimes where not all the times you have the control. So what I think this quote is suggesting, this is my interpretation, maybe other people have completely different interpretations, which you can comment in the comment section below. What I think that is saying is that no matter what you think you should be, it is what it is. Life just puts you in the place that you are. So you are exactly where you need to be. Another interpretation of this is that you are exactly where you need to be to reach your full potential. So it's about not coming with excuses that I should be here in this place now, or I should be doing this. I'm not happy with the city that I live, or I'm not happy with the country that I live. But you are where you are, and there you are exactly where you need to be, so you can do something about it and change who you are, change who you want to be. Because it's interesting, it's incredible how life just changes by itself so rapidly, and the world evolves without waiting for you, and things that just like happen in front of your eyes without your control. So this quote here keeps you in perspective, gives you a precise understanding that life just happens as it is, and you now, in the situation that you are now, is exactly where you need to be, because it couldn't be otherwise, right? It couldn't be otherwise. Life just happens in front of you without your control. Even though you try to influence things, sometimes it's just not the way it's supposed to be. life can be unpredictable, and that's something you should be comfortable with, right? If you want to have a happy, fulfilled life, you should embrace that, the unpredictability of life. Because now you might be in a very good, cushy situation, comfortable, you may be in your comfort zone, right? And then suddenly something changes, like the coronavirus, and everything spins, and you lose your job, or you lose your security, and then you just have to do something again to change your life, and maybe to go back to where you were before, right? So yeah, think about these things. Maybe you are now in your situation in a very good position because you were extremely lucky. But think about if you're gonna be able to keep that luck for the rest of your life, or if you are in a situation where you are depending on something or someone, or you are in a situation where you can't do much to change it. Think about if that's what you want for your life, or think about if you want to be in a situation in your life where you have more control about things and about your life, right? Well, think about these things, because this can definitely defy and change your life in the next 5 to 10 years. So you can be in a much better position that you are now, if that's what you want, if what you want is change your life. But for now, see, as the quote says, for now, you are exactly where you need to be. And there's nothing you can do about it. Now, that's your position. What you can do about is how you're gonna change the position that you are now to something that you want to become. If you're not happy with your life right now, what are you gonna do? Whatever you have to do to change your life, are you willing to do? Are you willing to actually take the necessary actions to change your life? Because that's the big question you have to ask yourself. Do you have this motivation? Do you have this energy? Do you have this will? See, imagine you are a drug addict. You are totally in a situation hopeless that you can overcome your addiction. Are you motivated enough, or do you have the willpower enough to change that? That's a big question. If you do, great. You're gonna do it, and if you really believe in yourself, the probabilities that you're gonna succeed are high. Even though if you look at the statistics for drug addicts, it's extremely complicated to get away with it, but it is possible. And it just depends on yourself, right? So yes, see, this is the paradox of life sometimes. That life throws you in situations that you never expected, and then you are put into some situations in life that it really forces you to reflect and to change. And I mean, this happened so much with my life, so coming to some examples, like for example, I was working in an industry, advertising, that completely changed over the last 10 years. It completely changed because of social media, and it's an industry that was very strong in the 90s and in the 80s, and it was even in the 2000s, but now it lost a lot of power, it lost a lot of relevance because of social media and the way brands are engaging differently with their consumers, right? And I was facing myself in a situation where I was in an industry that was failing, that was like getting bankrupt, and I had to do it, and I was really unhappy with my job and with what I was doing back then. Everything felt so stupid to me, the way the industry works, that I just, to myself, I was really not comfortable. And I just said to myself, okay, I have to get out of here. You know, I have to stop this shit. I have to stop working with advertising, and I have to do something else. And I have to be smart, because I already have like 6 years working with that. So I have to be really smart to get some of my skills that I acquired through that phase and apply those skills in something new that I want to do, and actually manage to change that. And I started designing apps, and I started designing digital products like platforms and websites, and that's how I managed to like change my career, right? And I managed to have a friend who started a company in Brazil, and now the company is doing great and is making some money, so I can now design posters and create this side project, right? So yeah, you know, life just happens sometimes unexpected, in very unexpected ways. And as much as you try to plan your life, it doesn't just work like this. It's interesting, like how I planned also here to move to a new country and do a lot of traveling, and then the coronavirus came and just fucked everything. And I know this, like, probably more than half of the world plans got fucked with this pandemic, right? The entire world got shaken. So it is what it is. And again, this goes to reflect about this quote here. Like, you are exactly where you need to be. So I think you are now, wherever you are watching this, you are where you need to be. Stop saying to yourself this bullshit that your ego tells you, that, oh, I should be in a much better situation, I should be in a much better position, because that's bullshit. You are where you need to be, and now what you're gonna do about it? What you're gonna do to change where you are if you're not happy with where you are, right? That's the thing. So I think that's a very, very interesting quote. And maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe this is, maybe my interpretation of this quote is not the right one, is not what the author intended, although I don't see there's any author here of this quote, and if there is, maybe I made a mistake I didn't put. So please, if there's an author of this quote, please put down in the comments and correct me if I'm mistaken. But yeah, you know, life is totally unpredictable, and at the same time you cannot just live your life. Life is full of paradoxes, right? It's unpredictable, and at the same time you cannot live unplanned life, because you need to have you need to build yourself some sort of infrastructure for success, right? Because if you live like totally randomly, I mean, the probabilities of something great happening with your life, I think, are very diminished. Or maybe I'm wrong, you know, because I don't consider myself a successful person. So maybe if I lived more randomly instead of planning everything, maybe I could be even more successful. Who knows? But that's the paradox of life, isn't it? That you never know what's the right thing to do or not. The life presents itself with thousands and millions of options for each obstacle that you face, right? And there's no right and wrong, because only you can say what's right or wrong based on yourself, based on what you feel. So in that sense, life is completely crazy. And then we're touching with this existentialism that, yeah, I mean, what's the point of life anyway, right? Why am I here doing these posters now? I'm talking to the camera. If I could be there, there's like a pool there in the garden. I could be on the pool right now enjoying the sun. It's a summer, a great summer here. Like I'm sweating here, talking to you. Why am I doing this? But I guess I just found a way that actually makes me really happy. I'm basically just doing this because I'm enjoying. First of all, I don't know where this project is gonna take me, if it's gonna ever take me somewhere in the world, if it's gonna be something successful or that I'm gonna be able to make a living with it or not. But I'm just basically doing what my heart feels that I should be doing, and maybe one day my heart will tell me something different and I will just do something else, right? And without guilt, without being guilty, and without having shame of failure, or this failure, guilty of being a failure. Because I don't know, I just think this is all bullshit, these feelings of remorse and guilt. I used to have a lot of them. I used to look at some colleagues of mine that became much more successful than me, but I felt into the trap of comparison, right? So yeah, that's it's a lot of bullshit. It's things that really I shouldn't be. I should be much more smart about these things, you know, basically I just want to do what I love, and hopefully I manage to make a living with that, hopefully. And I think that's the best strategy. That's something great that I should keep pursuing, you know. And let's see where this project takes me. Let's see what happens, if I manage to influence someone or not, if I get viewers or not. I don't know. I think I'm not much into social media, to be honest. I have no idea how to make something successful in social media, and I really don't understand how people become successful. Sometimes you just see things on YouTube not only on YouTube or on Instagram, you just see some people on some accounts and you really have no fucking idea how people watch this stuff. Like, why people like this guy and not this guy? Why is that? What did they do differently than the other? Did they pay? Did they pay for ads? Or what exactly did they do? Are they like behind? Is there like a company behind them, backing them, like pushing their videos organically? I don't know, man. I have no fucking idea how this whole thing works. I'm just doing what I love. I'm trying different things. Also being very careful with my time, because I also have other stuff to do with my life. This is not my only project, although I wish this was something I could only live doing that, and I could go anywhere in the world and I could like be totally free. You know, these people that you see, these people on YouTube, right, which have a free life and they smile to the camera and they kind of fake it so much. I wish I could be one of them, right? But at this point I'm not. I still depend on a lot of people to make money. I'm not totally independent. But definitely my life is in a much better situation now than it was before, you know. Definitely. Like I think I passed through a lot of shit in my life, and as much as you did also. Everybody, right? Like everybody have his struggles, and you just need to embrace it, and you just need to get away with it, right? That's what I believe. I mean, everybody struggles, and sometimes, as I said, life is completely unpredictable. Imagine some people, they just become famous without acknowledging, without any reason, without wanting to be famous. They just suddenly become. That's the weirdness of life. Sometimes things happen totally out without your control, and then people don't realize how lucky they are. And then people, actually, most of these famous people that comes and talk about lessons that they learned on life. This is, man, they just have been extremely lucky to be on the right place on the right time, maybe sometimes working with the right people, and they just don't acknowledge that, you know. So yeah, it's crazy. Don't take everything that people say as a source of truth, you know. Get different opinions. And today with technology, it's so crazy. Any stupid person can go and to the front of the camera like I'm doing and can say whatever they want, like can say all their stupid thoughts. And then just people who connects with them, they just go and follow them, and they become celebrities, you know. Like, what the fuck? What did you do? You just being yourself. You're just talking whatever you want, and then people just like what you say and connect with you, and then suddenly you say a bunch of things that pisses other people out, and then you got enemies, and you got all these things, and then you get more people. More controversy, and people coming to you to see, then it becomes this kind of controversial figure, which is the easiest way of being famous, also to do a lot of controversy. And anyway, life is crazy, life is beautiful, life is whatever it is. It can be hell, it can be beautiful. You are wherever you need to be, and just embrace it. Embrace your fucking life. And don't be sad, don't be angry. Like, if you are in a tough situation, man, just believe that you have the power to change that. even when you tried and failed so many times, you know, just keep believing in yourself. Believe that you can achieve great things for yourself, and then everything else will figure itself out. All right, I'm gonna go now. Here you go. You are exactly where you need to be. So thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye.